Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. Going to be checking out quite an old game, actually, between Grubby and VortiX, Protoss and Zerg players. I don't know when this replay was taken from. I don't know what tournament it was taken from. Whatever, it's like 2 or 3 months old, but it's a pretty decently long game, and it's got a lot of good stuff in it, and a lot of good players in it. So let's introduce them up the top right side of the map. It is, of course, going to be Grubby. He comes from the Netherlands, and he's part of the... He doesn't really have a team, according to this. He is sponsored by a few people, like Twitch TV, BenQ, and Tradermo. But, yeah, I just do not know. So, it doesn't seem to be part of a team, but WCS-wise, nearly 2,000 points, so very, very impressive. And let's check out his opponent down the bottom left side. It is none other than VortiX from the Mouse Sports team. It was actually reading up his profile. Apparently 2012 last year, he did some really, really awesome stuff. Yeah, winning quite a few tournaments, or getting a high level in quite a few tournaments anyway, second and third and stuff. But he is from Spain, and he got just over 2,000 points in the WCS, so both players, very, very awesome. And he's actually going for a, pull before hatch build here. Going out for some early stuff. Meanwhile, Grubby going for a gateway closer to his base, putting the cyber core back there as well, so does not want it all on the ramp where it can get taken out easily by roaches on the... I don't know why he's building it back there, but well, yeah, it definitely can't be a bad thing. So here we go. The probe is going to be coming in and going to be having a look around. So it's going to be seeing the expansion, going to be checking out the main. There we go. It's always a drag, like literally a drag. You press the follow mode, and then to get it off the follow mode, like I'm pressing the mouse key, it takes ages for it to lose. It's just wants to stick to this guy. See, I just press all the mouse keys, it just sort of sticks to him. There we go. Finally got him off him. So here we go. A couple of links coming out, and Grubby has gone for a fairly early expansion, not stupidly early. Has got it after the gateway and after the cyber core, after the warp gate tech, which is good. Unfortunately, these players are on the opposite sides of the map to their profile pictures, their profile thingamabobs, so it's going to get confusing. But hopefully you guys will be okay, and hopefully I'll be okay, because you know I get confused very easily when I'm casting these things. So there we go. Mothership core out on the map, expansion out on the map. Is VortiX thinking about a third? I would be very surprised if he wasn't, given that he knows about the expansion coming out for Grubby right about now. And my mouse batteries are good, so that's one less thing that I have to worry about right now. We're starting to get a little bit sluggish, but yeah, should be right. Oh, the Ling. Look at this sick Mothership core micro, man. That was so awesome. So yes, a couple of drones are coming out, moving over to this base. Is this base... It's not maxed yet, but it's got quite a few stuff in it. Not much gas going on, man. It's just minerals. No gas at all. No gas income at all. What is he thinking? No gas income, I mean, you need the gas income. I suppose he's getting as much minerals as he can, because then he can use all those minerals to build drones. So right now his focus is on just building drones. He's building a bunch of lings as well for defense, but it's mainly going to be drones, I feel like. Although there are just links coming out now, so what do I know? But here we are, third base coming down from VortiX. And the Mothership core. I don't think the Mothership core has enough DPS to actually kill this. But it's going to be quite annoying in its own very, very annoying way. And yeah, there we go. Queen is going to be running out. It's going to be taking this guy out. It doesn't matter if the Queen is slow, because the Mothership core doesn't have the DPS to kill the Queen. So the Queen can go as slow as she wants. She's not going to have to run back. And there we go. Bunch of links coming out. There is a fully functioning gate. And I'm not just talking about the gateway. I'm talking about this gate right here. With the sentry and force field. But the sentry somehow managed to get itself outside the force field. But 2 more sentries warped on the inside. So Grubby, definitely reacting very, very well. Oh man, Grubbly, I'm not gonna live that down, am I? That is, I should be very, very thankful that Grubby doesn't watch my channel. I'm pretty sure he doesn't, but yeah, if he does, he'd probably be quite upset at me right now. And to think about it, I mean, if somebody did that to my name, I'd probably be upset as well. Like Hairily Muppet or something. Like Hairily Muppet, I would be pissed off. I mean, you can make fun of my name, but just not Hairily Muppet, okay? It's that's just bad. That's just bad. And here we go, Overlord getting lasered. It's like a James Bond movie or something like that where they get out the laser to kill the hero, man. It's gruesome. But the Ling's not getting through. There is a cannon defending most of this. They could perhaps get a Ling on the edge there. But that'll take the gate down in like 2 billion years, so probably not worth it. Man, that's actually pretty sick, that little thingamy-bob popping up. We'll see if he does the forge thing again. I just want to watch it. Oh, look at that. It opens up. There's all sorts of blue stuff going on. That is very, very impressive. And the little ball goes all white and stuff like that. This is, man, you could just sit here watching buildings for years and years. Look at this. This thing has got a little silhouette line things going on. The cannon, it shoots a laser down into the base every time it shoots. It's actually the energy going up from the base into the head, which then gets shot out. There, it's all beautiful, man. It's all absolutely fantastic. What do we got here, though? 4 sentries. I don't know what he's thinking about with 4 sentries because he's probably thinking he can block the ramp, and I don't know. There we go. Putting force fields. Very nice, and he's going to be warping in a bunch of zealots as well. And some workers are going to die here, I feel like. Although the zealots can't get through either, so this it's an okay plan for VortiX. But he didn't really get a lot of stuff done. If you ever look at units lost, that's how old the damn replay is. We don't even have units lost, so that's incredibly old. Wow. But yeah, didn't really lose that many workers. He's still a few ahead. He should be more ahead, but here we go. The sentries come down again. Force fields, but the force fields didn't really cut off the workers too much by the looks of it. Workers were actually going to go nuts on the sentries, but didn't quite happen. Oh, look at them, but Roach is coming up the backside, and the Warp Prism is just going to be getting away. The Zealots managed to get away as well. One Ling trying to chase them. That did not work out well for that Ling. Neatly bisected in half by that Zealot. So, very, very gruesome, but yeah. In the midst of all that chaos, Grubby has managed to start getting his 3rd base down. He does have a decent army down here. He's looking okay in this game. And that Ling was not meant to survive, obviously. So we do have Hydra play coming out for VortiX, which is a pretty nice play. If we have a look at units, he's got 18 Roaches, getting out a bunch more Hydras as well. So Roach Hydra is going to be fairly good. The Hydra back end is going to help take out these Immortals, and then the Roaches should be able to finish off the rest. And Grubby, of course, with Hydras on the field, is going to have to go for either Colossus or Storm, and he could potentially go for both at the moment. He's got the Robotics, there we go, Robotics Bay coming down, so we will be going for the Colossus. And then, of course, VortiX is going to have to get some air tech going on, so we will see. I do not think he has a Spire yet. We may be getting ahead of ourselves with the Spire. So yeah, dealing with those Colossus though, he's definitely going to need Corruptors. I did not see him trying to tackle those without Corruptors. It would just be mad. I mean, Vipers, maybe. Maybe you can get out Vipers. You can get out Vipers just with an Infestation Pit. I don't think you need to Spire for them, so that's potentially a play as well. Hallucinated Phoenix going down, taking out some good stuff. Robotics Bay taking a million years to get out, but the first Colossus is going to come out any second. Any second. Come on, you got the minerals for it. There we go, first Colossus. Does he have a... No, he doesn't have a double robo, but he needed to build this this range tech. The Colossus range, without that, is really absolutely crap. It goes up from 6 to like 9 with that range upgrade. It's horribly small. It's basically just a little bit longer than Stalkers. That's how big the range is. So yeah, obviously there was a major design flaw in the laser system when they first brought it out, and they needed an upgrade like ASAP. It's not one of those upgrades where it just makes it nice, like a Zealot Legs upgrades or Stalkers that lets them blink. It's not like added functionality. It's a major, significant design flaw which almost makes the damn thing completely useless. And it's not even an upgrade, it's a patch. It's a patch for the Colossus to fix the useless part of it, which is that it's a honking huge machine with crap or range. It's literally the range is horrible. So yeah, there we go. And we got a High Templar coming out as well, just for the hell of it. What the hell? He's decided that he's not facing air, so he's going to be using him for scout. And I mean, why not? Why not? Actually, I don't know. It seems like it would have been a fairly good idea to leave him back there, just in case. I mean, they can hit Colossus, they can hit Hallucinated Phoenix, they can hit Warp Prisms, let's not forget. Oh, so that is annoying. Here we go, just going to be a drive-by drop-off of Zealots, and the Warp Prism has nothing left, so that is going to go down, but the Zealots actually killing quite a few workers here. And, man, VortiX gonna have to move back, gonna have to take out the Zealots, but the Zealots definitely took out a lot of stuff right there. And look at the army of Grubby coming in, man. He's almost caught up to VortiX now on the worker count. And he's looking quite dangerous. There's those Vipers we saw. One Colossus gets yanked and goes down. The second Colossus comes up, gets taken down straight away. Nice shields being laid down. But the beautiful Viper play has killed the two Colossus that are out there so far. And look at the Zealots going absolutely nuts. The Spine Crawlers may be a better idea over there, but then again, they wouldn't be able to just protect the front area where the workers are. And VortiX going to be coming back in. How many Colossus do we have? One single Colossus, and that is not as much of a threat. So VortiX can definitely be putting some pressure on right now. And shields are the only thing that Grubby really has left that can scare VortiX right here. Because VortiX is not going to be scared by anything else, man. I mean, shields, definitely. There goes the Colossus. Going down. Is he going to get the second one? No, he's losing too many forces. They're really putting the hurt on him. His roach numbers have all pretty much just been demolished. And that is not good news at all. And the Colossus just all over the place. So we do actually have a couple of Ultras coming out. Very beefy, but I'm not sure about the wisdom of doing this against an army with 4 Immortals in it. I mean, long term, maybe, but the first wave of Ultras that come out is going to get pretty hard hit. I mean, here we actually got a proxy base over there. Does VortiX know about this? I feel like the answer is no. And yes, indeed, the answer is no. He has no idea, but it is going to be a great staging point for getting the Zealots out there. And the Zealots are going nuts, but they will eventually get taken down by their spines. Didn't even take out a single spine, actually. Very nice. And the Zealot comes in, sees a whole lot of stuff, and then gets wiped out straight away. So both players doing a fairly good job. I mean, Grubby doing an excellent job keeping up with the economy of VortiX. VortiX doing an excellent job getting out units that could actually do something against Grubby's army. He is going to start running into a lot of trouble with the Colossus. I mean, Ultras survive a lot of Colossus hits, but the Hydras do not. And with Storms out in the field right now, and Grubby is pumping a ton of damage into this Zerg army, a ton of potential damage. And the Ultras are really going to be putting the pressure on it. But as you can see, man, with Ultras in the army, Immortals in the army, the Ultras do go down quite fast. And he's going to have to be running out of here. I mean, the Ultras, the Immortals start hitting him, and boom, they start falling over. So, there we go. And off creep, the Ultras, man, they can sort of be kited. Not super well kited, but they're kited well enough to be killed. And he's taking care of the Colossus, so now he just needs to start taking out the Ultras with the Hydras. And once he does that, it's going to be game over. But I mean, Grubby still has a ton of Storms he could potentially put down on these Hydras. Colossus not so much, but the Storms are still going to be a major threat right here. He doesn't really have enough energy for Storms, I feel like, because he's not getting any Storms on the Hydras. And meanwhile, the Hydras are shredding everything, but a couple of good Storms and these Hydras would go down. There's one good Storm right there. There's another good Storm. There's a third good Storm, and the Hydras are looking very shot up at the moment. And that might be enough for Grubby to push back from that very heavy pressure from VortiX, pushing all the way back in there. But man, VortiX, if he knew this 4th base was there, he might be playing a little bit differently. He'd probably be going for this one. He'd wipe it out in 2 seconds flat, but he just does not know. And that's giving Grubby all of the extra income he needs. Look at that, 7 workers ahead. He's definitely got the better income right here. And the fact that VortiX doesn't know about this base down here means that he thinks that Grubby is playing with X, but Grubby is actually playing with X more than X. So Yeah, all that's going to mean is that VortiX is going to be underestimating Grubby, underestimating exactly how much he can produce and what he can do. And I think that's going to turn against him eventually. So, yeah, here we go. Looks like he's going around the side, maybe going for this base. Not a bad play. Oh, a couple of zealots going for this base as well. May have to be cancelled. I don't know. He's not sending anything over there. I think he's going to have to cancel it. Didn't even realise I was getting attacked. So, there we go. Too busy trying to take out this force. The Colossus, man, I gotta say, VortiX is doing a fantastic job of dealing with the Colossus. Time and time again, he yanks them out, he does beautiful things. But the Colossus aren't the things that are really doing the main damage. It's mainly the Immortals and now the Archons, which are really shredding the rest of the forces. I mean, the Colossus is doing okay, but usually they get taken out relatively early in the piece by that excellent Viper play. So it's really the lower ground units, the Archons, the Immortals. Man, these Immortals are absolute monsters right here. There's only 2 left, but they've got like 15 kills each, and that is very, very incredible. So, yeah, I mean, VortiX starting to fall back quite. He's still got the macro going. He's still got insane Zerg macro, but I mean, Grubby has insane Zerg macro as well, and it all comes down to this is now a 5th base, which VortiX just has no clue about. Absolutely no clue. And if he knew about this base, he could take it out, and then he might be able to do something. No Spore Crawlers right here. Overseers anywhere soon. Doesn't look like it. So these DTs are going to be having a field day, and they're actually going for the hatchery right here. That's not good. They could go for the workers, but the hatchery. Oh, he's actually surrounding the hatchery to try and stop him attacking it, but not quite going to happen. And the Overseer comes out just as the hatchery goes down. Another few DTs coming in here. No chance of defending this one. Down it goes, and VortiX, man, he was already suffering a little bit behind in the economy, and now his economy is going to start falling apart like you would not believe, man. His income is down the tubes. His gas income is down the tubes. Everything is going downhill, and all Grubby needs to do right now is start hitting him hard, and Grubby will be able to get back up far quicker than VortiX will, for at least the next couple of minutes. But once these bases get back up, then he may be okay. He's actually sucking up the extractors, man. I suppose he doesn't need them right now. But, yeah, crazy stuff. But VortiX, man, all he needs to do is take out this base, and then I feel like maybe he could get back into it. Maybe. But, yeah, we will see. Right now he's going for this one. He's going into the main army. Here we go. Colossus getting yanked out. Beautiful stuff. No, Mothership Core getting yanked out. All sorts of stuff getting yanked out. Actually got Storms being cast on the front, mainly on Lings though, so that's not the best use of Storm, but whatever. And here we go. The Ultras using the Lings to soak up the damage while the Ultras get in range, and that is really actually working well. What a great play by VortiX. Right back against the fence he was, but that was a great tactic, and it worked very, very well. And this base is, I don't know if it's going to go down, but Grubby is 100% got pushed back there. He was not expecting that excellent play. And once again, the play was you send out Lings in front of your Ultras. And because there's so much Immortal hits coming out of Grubby, so many Stalker hits, so many Archon hits, they just go through Ultras so fast. When you send Lings out in front, I mean, Immortals hitting Lings is useless. The Lings do not die because the Immortals are just not good at hitting them. So you send out the Lings, they're faster than the Ultras. They provide a sort of damage shield for the Ultras. And by the time the Lings are all down, the Ultras get in there and they're ready to play. They're in range and everything just starts going down. So VortiX, what a fantastic play. And he's actually turned this around from that single great idea, from that single strategy. And we will see how much he can make it work here. He's taken out a lot of these front bases. And suddenly Grubby is is pretty far behind. He's still getting in there with a bunch of DTs. He's got some Zealots coming in for this base as well, so he's continuing to be a major pain in the ass. And here we go, some Immortals finally taking out that Ultra, but there's 2 more Ultras. The base goes down, and now it is Grubby's turn to be a bit starved, although he's still got this base that nobody seems to know about. And, oh man, with this massive turnaround, I feel like VortiX has it in the bag, has it 100% won, if he realizes this base is here and takes it out. If he doesn't take that base out, then it could still give Grubby the victory, but I just do not know, man. I mean, VortiX in the last 3 or 4 minutes, he's been looking so strong, like extremely strong. In terms of his army composition, in terms of his micro, obviously these bases constantly getting taken out, and I mean, for God's sake, build a spore crawler or something along with your spines. God knows you need it, but I mean, the DTs, yeah, but I mean, in terms of the army, I think that the VortiX is in a good position. And he'd be in a much better position if this base was destroyed, because right now that's giving Grubby just an extra boost in income. And he's standing right up there with VortiX in terms of the income. He should be 0 income right now, just these couple of minerals, and that's it. He should have nothing. But he's got even up with VortiX, and here he goes. I mean, VortiX coming in, he sees the base coming up again. He's like, didn't I kill this already? There we go, cancelled it. But, I don't know, man. I mean, usually, the fact is, if Grubby didn't have this base down here, he probably would have GG'd by now. But he hasn't GG'd. He kept things going. He's got like 5, 6 immortals here. And a very decent amount. Oh, yanking the immortals in. They get shredded by the Hydras. The Vipers continuing to do an excellent job there. Even after there's no more Colossus, they just yank the immortals into Hydra range. And those things just drop like a brick. Wow. Absolutely nuts. But he's left them behind though. That's probably not a good idea. And VortiX, man, he's got to be, I don't know, but he's got to be scratching his head. He's got to be thinking, how does Grubby still getting this much stuff up? I've killed all of his bases. I mean, 4th base down, 3rd base down, other 4th base down. They're all down, and he's not letting Grubby get him back up. So he's got to be wondering, how is Grubby getting this many forces? How is he getting this much pressure on the field? How is he still resisting me? And that's the question. If he's not asking himself that, he should be asking himself that. And then he should be scouting for crazy expansions, because it's I mean, yeah. Grubby's starting to run out though. He doesn't even have enough minerals to build another expansion. I'm sure he'd like to send some more workers down there, but he probably doesn't want to risk them being seen on the way. Here we go, main attack going on. And Grubby, he still has a chance here, but the Immortals are getting yanked out of position. They are killing a lot of Ultras though. And that is definitely big news right there, because the Ultras, man, he can't afford to just build 4 of them. Boom, 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 all of the time like he had about 10 minutes ago. He's running desperately low on minerals. Just like Grubby, man, both players, not a lot of stuff left. And, oh man, another storm back here would be absolutely awesome. There we go, Zealot's coming around, but the Immortals are all dead. And the Ultra gets taken out by Stalker Fire, and the Hydras are going to go nuts on the rest. And there's nothing really that can phase Hydras right here. It's just mainly Zealots and Stalkers, and they are not going to be able to do what they need to do against the Hydra army. So they're just going to get shredded right here, and VortiX can almost go in here. I don't think Grubby can possibly afford enough. Even with his mystery base, I don't think he's got enough here to deal with all these guys. And what should have ended probably 10 minutes ago, if not for that mystery base, is going to end right here. I think VortiX has got it. There's a DT going, but there we go. Grubby gives the GG. Great victory there by VortiX, and really just did great stuff there. I mean, his macro was awesome. Both players' macro was awesome, but VortiX, I think just the army composition and the general micro. I mean, the play where he had the Ultras and he had the Lings in front of them, shielding them from the Immortals hits. I mean, because Immortals, they will hit whatever's attacking them. And if that's a Ling and there's Ultras right behind it, they'll just keep hitting the Lings, man. They're not that smart. So it was a fantastic play by VortiX, and that's really what turned it around for VortiX. Really put him in a commanding position for this game. And from then on, he was just dominating. He didn't find the mystery base, but he dominated nonetheless and eventually took out the victory. So congratulations to VortiX. And I feel like this base should be like the MVP of the entire game, man. That's definitely the MVP for Grubby, this Nexus right here. So, grats to the Nexus. And, yeah, thank you very much for watching this game. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoy this game. Stay tuned.